time to show you guys the assembly. Here is all the parts. Here is everything that we're doing right now.
What's up, YouTube? N54 guys, I'm here, or Justin, as many of you know me, back with the build we've all been waiting for. Finally, engine build is underway. I am so excited. We're a third of the way done right now, maybe a little farther. We are putting in the rods and pistons today. We have already honed the block. We've already checked clearances. We've already done piston ring gaps. We've already done some cleaning. Still need to do some cleaning, but it's coming, guys. It's coming. Like, I'm getting this car running ASAP now with those MMPs ASAP. I want to briefly talk about what happened. So the reason it took so long, guys, and the reason like you haven't heard from me for a while is I've been busy with life. I've been busy getting this car, you know, working right. I mean, actually, I haven't been busy getting the car working right, but you know, many months ago, I was busy getting this car working right with the engine and new turbos and all that. And I'm happy to say I put about 8,000 miles on this engine and turbos since I've had them, and it's running great. The 535xi still gives me not a single problem. It pulls hard, runs good. Anyway, this video isn't about this fucking car. It's about the 335i and the built N54 with the biggest twins in the world, the MMP 5353 dual ceramic ball bearings that you guys know I fucking love to talk about. All right, finally they're gonna be on just very short amount of time. Now listen, I do have a little bit of disappointment to tell you guys with the build. All right, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys what happened. So me and Michael, you know, my tuner, he was supposed to build the engine himself and just have it shipped to me, although plans took a little change, guys. So I'm not rich. I don't know why a lot of people in the group think I have so much money, but I really don't have so much money. I make okay money, but not so much money that I can build everything as much as I want and buy what I want when I want. So we're not doing, I hate to tell you guys, but we are not doing a closed deck on this motor. However, we are reinforcing the cylinders with these 12mm head bolts that I've got. Shout out to 60 to 130. He's the dude who told me what head bolts to get. They're from a Nissan Patrol ZD30, 12mm. We drilled the 11mm out, and then I drilled the 9mm outer head bolts to the stock 11mm head bolts, because to be honest, when the head does lift from high power, guys, it's never the 11mm that lift. It's always the outer skinny little 9mm that lift the head. Anyway, when you have the clamp force of the 12mm with extra torque over factory spec, you actually compress the cylinders down with the head and reinforce them even tighter. I've talked to my tuner and Gasket. Now, Gasket has told me, because I asked him, I wanted some confidence. He told me he's made over 1,000 wheel horsepower with no issues on a completely open deck block before, with head studs and all the other supporting mods, of course. So I don't have money for an open deck right now. It's not just the money, because I could come up with the money for some inserts, but it's the machine shop time, guys. The machine shops are so backed up, months backed up. My ported head, I'll be honest, I did not realize how much money it actually cost to have it professionally ported by a machine shop and then shaved down. It's honestly, it's thousands of dollars, guys. It's thousands of dollars all said and done just for the head to be ported and shaved down. There's so much material you have to remove. You have to take out all the valves. The valves need to be, you know, resurfaced. They need a new cleaning. It's a lot of money, guys. So long story short, this whole summer I haven't been doing anything. All of a sudden I decided, dude, I'm not gonna miss this whole summer and the winter. The car's been down since November. I'm not gonna miss this whole time not driving my freaking 3 Series, all right? This 5 Series pulls, it's nice, but it's nothing impressive. It's just a nice, fun, daily, all-wheel drive for the winter. Very comfortable and reliable. It's been great to me. So I just want my race car running. I know you guys want to see what those MMPs do too. So I was so close to just putting a stock motor in. So close. And then I was like, all right, I already have Michael's pistons and rods here. I have a pin hub in my other motor I could take out. And I could just buy a couple other things. Some bolts are cheap and send it. So that's what we decided to do, guys. Basically, this built motor kind of turned into the budget build. Guys. So I got a special valve cover gasket that allows me, or allows you, whoever, to not machine the head and block, so as long as it's not so fucked up, of course, and seal perfectly. It's called the VAC Motorsports copper ring head gasket, and it's a very soft material with some rings inside to seal even better. It's got soft material on the outside, of course, a metal layer coating in the middle, and it's going to seal the head. So this whole point, guys, is we're just slapping the motor together. We're using Michael's pistons and rods, pin crank hub, injector bore kit, so we don't have any misfire issues and compression issues there. Just maintenance, ACL race coated rod bearings, new main bearings, clean everything up, and we're slapping it together and putting the MMPs on. This should honestly hold 800 wheel all day. I don't see an issue with it holding 800 wheel. We should have no issues at all. Of course, I'm gonna want to push these turbos to the max and really see what they can do. So 800 wheel on the build I'm doing now, guys, will be very reliable. I should be able to run 800 wheel all day long, beating the hell out of the car with absolutely no issues or much wear on the engine, honestly. But of course, you know I love to push it, so we're gonna push it farther and farther, and we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to blow this motor, but like I said, 1,000 wheel, guys. 1,000 wheel's the goal. You know, dyno 1,000 wheel. But let's be honest, like 1,000 wheel realistically is not very usable on the street. 1,000 wheel is not usable on the street. Like, I'm a street guy. I don't really care too much for drags. I like to go out on the highway and be that highway warrior, roll king, you know? I just like that. I don't really care too much for digs and stuff, although I do like them. The only thing we will need now, guys, for the 1,000 wheel, hopefully, is a rear end. We will definitely need a rear end. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna need some bigger axles, drive shaft, and all that for 1,000 wheel. Although I've talked to a few other people that have run 800 wheel for a while, and the stock, if we're not launching, the stock drivetrain should be able to hold 800 wheel. Also got to consider my transmission. I already have the 6 HP 28, so that's all set. We just need a rear end and an LSD, guys, and some axles. That's really it. Drive shaft, axles, and a differential. That's really all we need left for this 335i to come out pulling hard every day, all day, reliably. It's really all we need left now, guys, after this motor. So here we go. I'm about to pick up my buddy right now. We're about to put the rods and pistons in today. I'm gonna briefly go over and show you all the parts I got and what we're doing. we're not gonna show you how to build an engine, guys. There is a few other videos out there how to do that, and most videos are universal. You know, most engines are universal. Like, you could figure it out if you know how to do it. There's also plenty of other videos on YouTube of N54 guys, you know, taking it apart and reinstalling stuff also. So we actually didn't watch a single video on anything. We didn't watch a single video on anything. These engines are pretty simple. You'd be surprised how simple it is, guys. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of tedious, slow-paced work, but it's not that complicated. It's really not that complicated to build these inline 6 BMW motors. They are not that bad at all. So, all right, let's get to the build. I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. Like I said, the closed deck and the ported head will not hinder us, guys. This is not going to hinder us. Sure, we could have made a little bit more power, had a different RPM power range with the ported head. And I'm not saying I'm not going to get a ported head. It's at my buddy's shop right now, sitting there for whenever he has time. He's going to take care of it and hook me up a little better. He's going to do the porting himself with the Dremel and all that. And then it's going to have to go to a machine shop. Block's going to have to go to a machine shop, the closed deck. So right now, this is the budget built motor, guys, for the end of the summer. This is what I decided to just slap back together. Rods and pistons, simple shit. I decided to slap this motor back together so we could get the car running. We could see what these turbos do, and I can have some fun before all our time's up and it's cold and it's snowing and I can't even drive the 335 anymore. So follow me, guys. Time to get to the shop. Well, my garage. Time to get to my father's garage and finish this fucking motor so we can put it in the car and see how she performs. So let's get to it.
All right, here we are, guys, in my father's garage. We've got our stock head got to clean up. We already have the block drilled out for tapped and drilled for the 12mm inner head bolts and the 11mm outer head bolts. All right, guys, drilling out the holes in the head. We got this special tool here to make sure it drills perfectly straight, using a 10.2mm drill bit, and then I'm putting these head bolts in from a Nissan Patrol ZD30. Got a whole kit here. These are 12 by 1.5, and these are the upgrade. These are the cost-effective upgrade. It cost me $60 and then $40 shipping. All right, guys, tapping the last outer head bolt with the 11 by 1.5. We tapped every single bolt by hand. It took us a while, but we tapped them all by hand. 12mm, all in the middle, and then just the outer 4. It's gonna be the 11mm instead of the 9mm. Nice little upgrade there. It should clamp the head down really tight, really tight. Now we're doing the clearances. We cleaned all the oil squirters. We're just cleaning, tightened them back up, make sure they're in the right position. And now it's time to show you guys the assembly. Here is all the parts. Here is everything that we're doing right now. Basically, it's pretty simple. So we're going to do a pin crank tub. This is Michael's PPI plug and play integration crank hub that he just came out with. This is actually the exact same as Detroit Race's crank hub. And this guy's Todd. He sold the rights to Michael. So this is now Michael's crank hub. So he sells these now also. I'll be testing this for you guys. These are going to be the cheapest crank hubs. These are Michael's rods. These are the cheapest rods you can buy. And cheapest, you know, is not always the best, guys, but quality and R&D goes into it a lot. And I know Michael makes sure that his products are pretty good quality always. So really confident. We got these beefy rods. He's already done the weight testing and all that. You guys can look on PPI's Facebook page for the testing of the weights and all that. We have his pistons here also. Forged rods, forged aluminum pistons. Right here, we already did all the ring gaps. So we're a little, you know, we have some stuff done. All the ring gaps are done. Of course, my big boy MMPs you guys all know about. I mean, just look at the size of them in comparison to everything. It's definitely pretty big turbos, so yada yada. We could talk about those all day. We all have high expectations for those. It's time to see what they do. Shout out 0 to 60 for telling me what head bolts he used in his budget N54 build video. He used the Nissan Patrol ZD30 head bolts right here. They come from Australia only. It's the only place you can get them from. It really only took a week to get here. It wasn't bad. The whole box comes with 20 of them. And we only need like, I think 12 or 14 of those head bolts in here. Then we have the ARP 2000 rod bolts that are going with it also. here. All right, guys, I got the VAC Motorsports copper ring head gasket. This whole point of this head gasket is so we don't have to take the head or the block into the machine shop, as they advertise themselves also. It's a nice, soft, flexible cardboard-like material right here that really seals when you squish it down. And then we have some nice metal in the middle of that also, like the standard head gaskets use. Shout out Empower Abdul here in Michigan. I posted I needed these last second, and he went out and gave these for me for absolutely free. I went and picked them up absolutely free. These are the best rod bearings you can buy. These are the ACL race coated bearings. And what makes these special, guys, is they come with a special coating on them already. Special oily coating right here. And it just helps with friction even more. And they're ready to go right here. These are literally the best rod bearings. Put this back in. And then my buddy hooked me up with a set of brand new King main bearings, because of course when you're doing this you might as well do all the bearings at once so we have no issues. So we got the King main bearings and the ACL rod bearings going on these. And then, oh yeah, we have the injector bore kit. We're doing plug and plays, integrations, PPIs, injector bore kit as well. These are the inserts that go into the injector bores. We're gonna drill them out, and these will make sure you never have any misfires under high boost again, because a lot of you guys know, we're finding out recently, as myself, I've chased misfires for like a year, ended up being a ovaled out injector bore. And there's already been a lot of success with Michael's new product here, and I'm very happy to put them in my car. I will never worry about it. Basically what it does, guys, is you just put the injector in here with a brand new seal also, and this just seals the top, giving a really good strong double seal for the injector. So you'll never worry about them ovaling out again. So very excited to put these in the car. And basically that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. It's going to be a quick pretty budget build, but all this should give me all I want. Should be fine for a while. We don't have the closed deck, that's the only issue, and we don't have a ported head. Other than that, all the plans are going through. With the extra clamp force of the head bolts on the head, reinforcing the cylinder walls, we should be able to hold even more power on the open deck reliably. So I talked to gassing, guys, that should not be an issue. Should not be an issue. So wish us luck. We're about to get going, finishing up. Boy, Jeffrey is working. I'm just recording this video, but we're about to finish this up. This is part one. I think I'm only gonna have about 2 parts to this engine build series. You know, we're not really gonna show you how we build every part of it, just a few clips here and there, and tell you all I did, showed you all I have. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. Stay subscribed, and yeah, hopefully we get this done. It works. That's all I'm praying on.